the only way, right?
Yeah, one of the questions I like to ask a lot of songwriters is probably what's the fastest that you've written a song?
Well, good question. Probably. Well, it probably was like 40 minutes. I like to say 20 minutes, and I'm gonna actually tell you where I wrote it. But it was probably like 40 minutes, and it was the title track from the album Irreplaceable, the song Irreplaceable, which is available everywhere if people want to go check it out. I wrote it in 40 minutes in the bathroom. I was sitting and literally, and it doesn't sound very glamorous if I say it this way, but I was sitting in the bathroom, and we'd already produced a demo beat for it and for what we wanted it to be. And so my producer added some chords, and he sent it back to me, and I was in my townhouse, and I listened to it, and I was like, this is so perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. And I just played it while I was sitting in the bathroom, and the lyrics and the melody started just really coming in, so I started recording them in my phone and writing them down in my notes. And by the time that I flushed the toilet, the song was written. I just came back and recorded it, and it was, recorded the demo professionally, and it was done. It was as quick as that, like 40 minutes in the bathroom, irreplaceable.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I've talked to many musicians, and, they always have a book with them or whatever, and they'll have written songs, pretty much anywhere you can think of, bathroom has to be a first, but really, I tell you the truth, it's not too bad. And actually, the bathroom usually has a really good resonance if you're in the right bathroom too. So it's always, sometimes nice. That's why singing in the shower sounds so much better.
Yeah. The bathroom is a great. Actually, there's a fun fact that people probably haven't heard of, and that is that the Bad album by Michael Jackson was recorded entirely from inside the shower of the recording studio. Not the recording studio, but the booth of the recording studio. The booth had a bathroom with a shower inside of it, and they actually set up the mics inside of the shower. And that's where he recorded it because they liked the resonance so much.
Funny,
I heard
yeah.
from Quincy Jones, right?
Yeah? Go ahead.
Yeah, Quincy Jones said it in his documentary that they recorded the Bad album vocals on the shower of the recording booth. So yeah, the bathroom is always a good place to be. Necessarily the case of how it was used.
Yeah, I was going to say that, not to mention that Weird Al actually recorded another one by Rides the Bus in a bathroom. So, yeah, so it's not unheard of.
Yeah, definitely. Great place to be, and a great place of inspiration, too. As I said, I didn't record it in the bathroom, but I wrote it while sitting literally in the bathroom. So that's a very personal note, but well, it's out there now. That's a great thing. That's a great thing, and it's a great note and all that as well. So it's great to be able to see that as well. Like I said, it's kind of interesting just to see, the processes that you go through in terms of making music and to be able to make a single on it as well. How about let's talk a little bit about performing. How has it been for you to do some of the performing aspect of your songs, and how's it been to have a kind of a fan reaction to what music that you put out? Because obviously that's the best kind of almost monitor to see what kind of how much impact that's going to be. You get that fan reaction, and they really give it back to you as well. And obviously, it's different than being in a studio. Being able to put down your tracks versus putting it in front of an audience. Tell me a little bit about that experience. Well, I haven't done as much live performing as I'd want to, but the festivals that I've done, and I've done a few, it's been great. Like, people always come, and especially because they always come near the stage and after the show, and they want a picture, and they tell me that they loved it, and if they can get my record, where can they get it? They always ask me for that. They ask me for pictures. And the main part about the songs is that I always like to turn, like when I'm performing them live, I like to give people like a background of each song and how it happened and why it's happening and why it's important that they connect to it, or not that it's important, but why why I think they will connect to it, because all of the stories in the record are based on real stuff that happened to me, especially love-wise in this album in particular. So I always tell them a background story. I don't know if you've heard of like the VH1 storyteller shows. I try to make it a lot like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love them. I kind of miss them actually a little bit too, because they talk a little bit about, you know, how songs are made, or, you know, at what point that they're during their history that, you know, that they made the song, and what kind of going on with that. So yeah, I kind of miss those episodes.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. Not as long as they do it, but it's sort of like that. Like I give them a background story, and then we do the song, and they always like them, because I always see my streams go up when I perform live. Like I always see that the streams are up, and comments are good. Like people have been so kind so far to me. It's been cool, because I haven't gotten, and I'm being honest when I say this, I haven't gotten people who say like hateful things or hurtful things. Well, probably once, but in general, it's a good reaction, and I love it. The thing that I have regretted about this festival that I've been at is that I haven't been able to give them like the live experience that I would have wanted in terms of arrangement, because I would like to give them, you know, a full band with horns and, you know, violins and stuff, but it's not always been the case. It's been like a 3 or 2 people or 3 people band, you know, a 3-piece band. But that's just for me. Like, people enjoy it, and I think that they enjoy the most that I'm genuine. I never lie. I don't try to be anyone else but myself, and I think that people see that and they feel that, and they like that. They like that it's really, really genuine. I'm not doing it for the fame. I'm not doing it for the numbers. I don't care if I go to a festival where there's 30 people or there's 30,000 people. I give them the same energy, and they feel that, and they come near the stage and they tell me that, and it's cool, because that reinforces the fact that I'm doing the right thing by just being myself and not trying to pretend to be anything more than what I am.
Yeah, you know, and I hope we get to see you perform more often. Like I said, there's so many venues here in Vegas that I think would absolutely love to have you as well. So hopefully, come in 2020, we may see you perform a lot more often. You know, speaking of which, what can we expect in the next couple months from you?
Well, hopefully putting together the live show, as I was mentioning it before, like with a full piece band where I have at least some horns, because I love live horns, and, you know, the live bass and the live experience in full. Well, with a full band, and, you know, start rehearsals, and then, you know, probably put out a couple of more songs for a special edition of the album, and to refresh it, and then hopefully a tour. I'm seeking, you know, someone who'll book me a tour. So hopefully that. And mentioning Vegas as a place to play, I just want to say that it's been a lifelong dream of mine to have a residency there. I don't think I'm at a point in my career where I get one, but it is definitely in the cards for me down the road. I'd love a Vegas residency there.
Well, let's hope that happens sooner rather than later. And, you know, where can people check you out on social media?
Well, they can go to Instagram and Twitter, which is at I am Ian Guerin, and Guerin is Guerin. Again, Guerin is Guerin, and that's I am Ian Guerin on Twitter and Instagram. And Facebook is /I am Ian Guerin, or just type in Ian Guerin. They can basically just type in Ian Guerin on Google, and everything will turn up there. Ian Guerin Vivo is the YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel. But mainly, if they just go to Instagram at I am Ian Guerin, I'll redirect them there to anywhere they want to go. There, the record is available on all streaming services, you know, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, everywhere. But again, if they go to my Instagram page, at IME and Guerin. They'll find a smart link that'll redirect them anywhere they want to go, any streaming service, any other social media network, anywhere.
Well, that's great to hear. I mean, that's right. So people can listen to your music there as well. Anything else you want to add?
If they want any highlights on what they should hear on the record, because they want to try it out, for a few tracks before, committing to liking me, they should, the highlights. My personal favorites from the Irreplaceable album are probably Feature in Your Life, Different Affair, and The Place, and Cry, of course. So they should try those songs and the single 3 times. They should just do the top 5, as they'll find it in Spotify or in any streaming service that they use. But my favorites are Feature in Your Life and The Place. So if you want to check out Ian Guerin and you want to start by listening to one song, I suggest Feature in Your Life. And that they be themselves. That's what I add. That everyone listening should be themselves at all times. Like Snoop Dogg said when he got his star on the Walk of Fame, I want to thank me for being me at all times, and everyone should do that because it's the only way to live life at its fullest. Well,
I mean, that's great, Ian, and like I said, best luck to you. Hopefully, we'll get back on the show, hopefully when a couple of the singles come out, and, hopefully when if you get a tour going, and like I said, hopefully we'll get you out here in Vegas.
That sounds amazing, and I'd love to be back at the show when something comes up. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all, Ian, and you have a wonderful next couple months.
Thank you so much.
Make sure to check us out on social media at SWIV. That's at SWIV on Twitter, and at SWIV Podcast on Instagram. That's at SWIV Podcast on Instagram. You want to check us out on Instagram this week because we'll be live from the red carpet at Victoria's Voice, a benefit, which is really, really cool. I mean, we'll be having more information about that coming up. Quite a few celebrities, including former WWE wrestler Mark Merrow, Jason London, Daniel Baldwin, and I believe Diane Warwick will all be on the red carpet. We'll be talking to them, hopefully a little bit about the charity and why they are there. Make sure you guys check us out also on Facebook. Next week on Monday, our next episode, we'll have 2 great guests, voiceover actor Roy Samuelson, as well as actress Chloe Perrin. So we'll have that episode up Monday night or Tuesday morning, depending on where you get your podcasts. You guys can check out Somewhere in Vegas on all of your devices, including iTunes, Siri, Alexa, anywhere you want to get your podcast. Just ask for Somewhere in Vegas on iHeartRadio. We'll talk to you next week.